About 115,211 individuals were experiencing homelessness in Washington as of 2023, a 10% increase from 2022. This ranks Washington as the fourth highest in the nation, behind California, New York, and Florida. Men are disproportionately represented, constituting around 65% of the homeless population. Explore Washington's top 10 most homeless cities. 10. Yakima. The 2022 point-in-time count identified 5,670 individuals and 3,554 households experiencing homelessness in Yakima County. This represents a 3.6% increase from 2021. Of these, nearly a third, 32%, were unsheltered, living on the streets, in vehicles, or in abandoned buildings. 73% of unsheltered households were identified as chronically homeless, meaning they had been homeless for at least a year, with at least 4 episodes in the past 3 years. The majority of unsheltered individuals in 2023 were adults under 65. Yakima faces a severe lack of affordable housing options, with only 1.7% of vacant housing units available for rent or sale. 9. Renton. The city of Renton, Washington, nestled along the shores of Lake Washington, faces a significant and complex challenge: homelessness. Estimates suggest around 6,300 individuals experience homelessness in Renton on any given night. This number fluctuates, influenced by seasonal changes. Like many other Seattle area cities, Renton has experienced a significant increase in housing costs in recent years. This affordability crisis pushes individuals and families towards housing insecurity and homelessness. The majority of homeless individuals in Renton are white, about 58%, followed by African American 14% and Latino 10%. The majority of homeless individuals in Renton fall within the working age group, about 63%. This highlights the need for employment-focused support and programs that address barriers to work. Men make up a larger portion of the homeless population, about 68%, compared to women 32%. According to the latest U.S. Census Bureau data 2022, Renton's poverty rate stands at 13.6%, slightly higher than the Washington state average of 10.2%. 8. Everett. Homelessness in Everett is a complex and challenging issue with no easy solutions. While the exact number fluctuates, it's estimated that over 11,000 people experience homelessness in Snohomish County, with a significant portion residing in Everett. This represents an 8.5% increase from 2022 and the highest number since 2012. According to the 2022 point-in-time count, 30% of homeless individuals in Everett identified as Black or African American, 17% as Hispanic or Latino, and 13% as Native American or Alaska Native. Adults aged from 25 to 54 make up the largest portion of the homeless population in Everett, at around 60%. Everett's poverty rate sits at 14.5%, higher than the national average of 11.4%. This disparity is particularly stark, with the richest 10% of households controlling over 40% of the city's income. 7. Spokane Valley. The most recent point-in-time count, conducted in January 2023, revealed a 36% increase in Spokane Valley's homeless population compared to 2022. This translates to 7,390 individuals experiencing homelessness, representing a significant rise from the previous year. The sheltered population saw a steeper increase of 54%, while the unsheltered population rose by 16%. The number of individuals experiencing chronic homelessness also went up by 19%. The majority of the homeless population in Spokane County is white, 75%. Like many other regions, Spokane Valley has witnessed a significant increase in housing costs, outpacing income growth for many residents. This affordability crisis pushes individuals and families towards the brink of homelessness. 6. Kent. The 2022 Kent City point-in-time count revealed 9,651 individuals experiencing homelessness across the city. This translates to a rate of roughly 235 homeless individuals per 10,000 residents. It's crucial to note that the point-in-time count only captures those staying in shelters or temporary housing on a specific night. A significant portion of the homeless population remains unsheltered, living in cars, parks, or abandoned buildings. This number is likely even higher than the official count suggests. A concerning aspect is the rising number of unsheltered individuals living in cars, encampments, or on the streets. The 2022 count found over 3,100 unsheltered people in southwest King County. Addressing the root causes of homelessness, such as income inequality and lack of affordable housing, requires tackling larger systemic issues. 5. Bellevue. Bellevue often shines as a beacon of affluence and technological innovation. Yet, beneath the gleaming skyscrapers and manicured lawns lies a hidden reality, a growing crisis of poverty and homelessness. While the city boasts a median household income exceeding $150,000, a significant portion of its population struggles to make ends meet. The 2022 Countess-in report found 8,446 unsheltered individuals in Bellevue. While the exact number fluctuates, it represents a substantial population struggling with housing insecurity. Bellevue's booming economy has led to skyrocketing housing costs, making it increasingly difficult for low-income individuals and families to find affordable housing. The median rent in Bellevue is over $2,500 per month, far exceeding the minimum wage. Unlike cities with large encampments, Bellevue's homeless population often stays in cars, motels, or doubled up with others, making the crisis less visible but no less pressing. 4. Vancouver. According to the 2022 point-in-time count conducted by the Council for the Homeless, 9,324 individuals were experiencing homelessness in Vancouver. This number represents a 14% increase from 2019 and highlights the growing severity of the crisis. The poverty rate in Vancouver sits at 15.7%, exceeding the national average of 11.4%. This translates to roughly 23,000 residents living below the poverty line, struggling to afford basic necessities like food, housing, and healthcare. The consequences of poverty and homelessness are far-reaching and deeply impactful. Homelessness exposes individuals to harsh weather conditions, inadequate sanitation, and limited access to healthcare, increasing their vulnerability to illness and disease. 3. Tacoma. According to the 2022 point-in-time count, an estimated 13,851 individuals were experiencing homelessness in Pierce County, with Tacoma being the epicenter. This represents a 40% increase since 2017. Homelessness in Tacoma is not solely a youth issue. Over 55% of the homeless population is over 50 years old, with a notable rise in the number of individuals aged 65 and above. People of color are disproportionately represented among the homeless population, accounting for approximately 41% despite constituting only 38% general population. Tacoma's poverty rate sits at 14.5%, higher than the national average of 11.4%. This translates to roughly 27,000 residents living below the poverty line. 2. Spokane. As of the 2023 point-in-time count, Spokane County's homeless population stands at 19,390 individuals, representing a 36% increase from 2022. 54% of the homeless population resides in shelters, while the remaining 46% are unsheltered, living on the streets, in parks, or in abandoned buildings. Men make up 61% of the homeless population, while women account for 39%. 74% of the homeless population is above 24 years old, indicating a mix of long-term and situational homelessness. Families experiencing homelessness make up 27% of the population, emphasizing the need for family-oriented support services. The number of individuals experiencing chronic homelessness, defined as being homeless for at least a year or having 4 episodes in the past 3 years, saw a concerning rise of 19% in 2023. 1. Seattle. Seattle's homelessness crisis continues to be a pressing issue, with the city consistently ranking among the top with the highest homeless populations in the United States. As of 2022, over 52,000 individuals experience homelessness in Seattle on any given night. This represents an increase of nearly 14% from 2020. Of these, 47% are unsheltered, living on the streets, in parks, or abandoned buildings. The remaining 53% are sheltered, residing in emergency shelters, transitional housing, or safe havens. People of color are disproportionately represented among the homeless population. While white people make up 62.8% of Seattle's overall population, they represent only 48% of the homeless population. Black African American individuals make up 25% of the homeless population, despite being only 7.4% of the overall population. Men make up the majority of the homeless population in Seattle, at around 65%. Native American people are also disproportionately represented, making up 15% of the homeless population compared to 1% of the overall population. Seattle has some of the highest rents and housing prices in the country, making it difficult for low-income individuals and families to afford stable housing.